What is up, guys? It's Steady Chaos and I am back. It is good to be back. It has been about 5 weeks since I've uploaded any videos, and that is because I welcomed the birth of my baby daughter, who came in 6 pounds 13 ounces and completely healthy, so that is good news. With that said, I wanted to kick off my sort of re-entry back into YouTube with an unboxing video of the Xbox Elite Series 2 wireless controller that I'm going to use with my PC. I don't own an Xbox Series X. But I've always been sort of in the hunt for high-end controllers that are supremely comfortable but also customizable at the same time, and that is what the Series 2 offers. Now, as you can see from this box, I got it from Amazon for $154, brand new, which is pretty pricey for a controller, no doubt, so my expectations are pretty high. So I brought a knife along. Let's cut the sides here. All right. Here. Open up the box, and it is well padded. And here it is, the Elite Series 2 controller from Microsoft. As you can see, I have the DualSense controller with the PlayStation 5, and I have the Xbox Series X controller. The DualSense controller is a good controller, but a little bit on the large side, and it just doesn't quite feel entirely comfortable in my hands like the DualShock 4 did. It just feels a little bit too bulky, a little bit too large, and also because it has the haptic feedback, the vibration, it seems like there's a lot going on with this controller, and its battery is quickly and easily exhausted. There's no customization options really included with the DualSense. And then the Xbox Series X controller, a very good controller. Really, Xbox has made some of the best controllers since the days of the Xbox 360. I prefer the joystick style of the Xbox controllers. You have not an overly large or bulky controller. It fits perfectly in my hands. But again, with the Xbox Series X controller like this, it has absolutely no customization. You can't do anything with the triggers. You can't readjust the joysticks or even the D-pad for that matter. There is no software included with this. So that is where the Elite Series 2 controller comes in. It offers all of those things: customization, optimal comfort, back paddle buttons. So let's take a look at it right now. I am excited to get my hands on this controller. I've been thinking about buying this controller for the better part of a year now, but I always kind of scoffed at the price. But then again, I really shouldn't, because I had an Astro C40 controller, which was a drifting mess. The joysticks drifted all the time, and that cost me well over $100. And then you lift off the cover. Here we go. And immediately you're met with a beautiful presentation. You have the carrying case right in the center. It is murdered out completely black. Has a zip along the perimeter. Very satisfying and very clean looking so far. You open it up, and the first thing I gotta say is I understand aesthetic is not everything when it comes to a controller. Heck, this is a pretty nice looking controller. The DualSense is a nice looking controller. But there's something about having a controller that is entirely black, entirely murdered out, that just looks so aesthetically pleasing, as you can see. So clean, so sleek. I really prefer that style. So let's take it out of the case, the moment of truth here for the controller. Oh, it is extremely comfortable, extremely comfortable. It fits in my hands, much like the Xbox Series X controller, but it has a more premium feel and build to it, and I really like this textured rubber that wraps around the entire controller. The joysticks are concave. Even the triggers themselves, you can see they are textured here, and they have almost a metallic or composite hard plastic feel to them. They feel very durable, very solid, very rugged. First impressions, very good so far. And then the thing that really tempted me about this was also the customization. So a lot of these buttons, the joysticks, they're magnetic, so you can just simply take them off like so, pull them off like so, and they come right off. You want to put them back on, they just pop right on. And the same applies for the D-pad. You can take the D-pad right off, D-pad back on, it pops right back into place. The same also applies for the back paddles. Now, I'm not huge on back paddles because I feel like if I play, for instance, Call of Duty Online and I'm in an intense session and I hit the, the A button or the trigger button really hard and fast, I feel like I might inadvertently hit these paddles. That was a problem I had with the Astro C40 controller. So I often use the software to deactivate those paddles. Here, with these back triggers, the thing is they're magnetized and they pop right into place. So you can literally pull it right out. It comes out with no effort at all. If you want to put it back in, put it back in the hinge and it pops right back into place. You can see the back of the controller, again, murdered out just like the front. And the thing about this controller, it's rated for 40 hours of battery use from a full charge. Of course, I'll have to test that and report back. I'm somewhat skeptical of that, but even if it's 25 or 30 hours of straight continuous use, that is very, very good. Also of note, it uses a USB-C charger, just like the Xbox Series X controller and the DualSense controller. Now let's set the controller down for a moment and take a look at what's inside the case. You actually have a charging station included in the package with this controller, which is really nice. You can set it right on top of here and the controller will charge automatically. So that is a very, very nice touch. And this charging station, again, also uses a USB-C. You can also, if you'd like, put the charging station back into the carrying case, which is magnetized, so it pops right into place. Then you can put the controller on top of the charger, and then you can plug a USB-C plug directly into the case right here, and it will charge that way as well. You can see there's a USB-C port right in there. Now, if we look further inside of this case, we have additional joystick attachments we can use. We have a joystick extender, which can be really useful for first-person shooters. So you just pop off the default joystick. You pop on the joystick extender. Oh, and you don't even have to worry about installing control freaks like I've done here. You can see they pop on top of the existing joystick to give you extension. I'm so used to using control freaks, I really do like them. But here, you have one that comes automatically in the package, you pop it on and you're good to go. And then if you want to change out this joystick, you can do so with a rounded top joystick, or you can do so with a concave top joystick with different textures along the perimeter. It's totally up to you what you want to do with this controller. You can also replace the D-pad, so you pop it off, again magnetized. You grab the backup D-pad, you just pop it right into place, and bam, it's right in, right in. That is so smooth, that is so satisfying to make those changes, those transitions. And here you have another device. Now what you can do, and what's really exciting, is you can pop off these joysticks. And if you look right here, you'll see that there are like little holes in the joysticks right here. Now you can use this device to adjust the tension of the joysticks. That is really cool. You just put the device in, twist it to your preferred tension. I think there are 3 settings, all varying degrees of tension. Again, more customization, that's the name of the game. And that's to say nothing of the triggers out back here, which can be adjusted using these knobs. So you can make it so that it's a hair trigger, requiring hardly any push down at all, as you can see here. Or you can adjust it halfway, which requires a little bit more of a push down, or you can adjust it all the way, which requires a full push down of the trigger. So again, more customization, more options to kind of tailor the controller to your play style. And then of course, this is to say nothing of the software that you can download for this controller, and you can remap all of the buttons, configure them any way you'd like. You can remap the back paddle buttons. You see here 3 little dots, And those represent different configurations that you can set up with this controller. And then there is a fourth one that is the default setup that kind of reverts the controller back to its standard functionality. So far, first impressions are really good. I am really pleased with this controller. Now, the only question is it going to be durable? Is it going to hold out 6, 9, 12, 15, 18 months from now? One can only hope. Though I have to imagine there is some sort of at least temporary warranty, whether it's 6 months or even a year. I'll have to look into that. So that's going to do it for this unboxing and quick overview of the Xbox Elite Series 2 controller. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below. And as usual, if you liked the video, please leave a like. Please subscribe to the channel if you can. And until next time, guys, I'll see you later. Peace.